Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Capricorn where we look at your future spouse or life partner and the energy surrounding this connection. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. All right, your person is showing up as the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. They're also showing up as the Two of Swords. They're viewing you as the Ace of Pentacles. And the connection, we see the Six of Wands. So this is victory. This is one of my marriage cards as well. And we see the Ace of Cups. So Capricorn, we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. When we have the right amount of water and earth, we get fertility, we get growth, we get abundance. So I love that energy for this connection. The Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands really tracks together because it's like this person is somebody who loves hard, they love deep, they have a lot of love to give. This is somebody who's very dedicated, passionate. This is somebody who takes good care of themselves. This is somebody who's sexy, who gets a lot of attention, enjoys a lot of attention. They're resilient. They're not afraid to take risks. Some of you may meet this person out and about in the community, like at the gym in particular here. We see that on this card. But it could also be through work, in the neighborhood, through school, someplace you like to go back to. This is somebody who's also very creative is what I'm getting. So let's see what else we need to know about them. We see the High Priestess in reverse, Cancer, Pisces energy. This is somebody who may be a secret admirer, but when this person knows, they're not afraid to step up. So Capricorn, they may pursue you, or they may make it very obvious that they're into you. Like I don't feel like this is somebody who's coy or shy. I think they're going to be very direct. They might take some time checking you out or realize they have feelings for you, but I think they're going to make it known pretty early. We see the Five of Cups. All right, some of you, this person, you may meet this person, or you might be the reason that they switch their focus. They may have recently been disappointed in love. They might be feeling alone or lonely when they meet you. But I feel like, again, you change that for this person. We see the Three of Swords in reverse. Some of my Capricorns, you meet this person at a time when you're healing or you're holding back. But I get a few nods here already to the Two of Swords telling me that you two mirror each other in a lot of ways. Again, you might hold back a little bit, and this person might might copy that in the beginning, but I don't think this is somebody who generally holds back once they know. I feel like this is somebody who's quite confident. I think they're used to being successful. They're used to going after what they want and getting it. Okay, so again, somebody here who's very self-assured, very charismatic, very creative. We see Defender. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm getting strong Leo energy, but it could also be Aries or Sag. But this is somebody who's deeply committed to your connection. They're strong. They can be counted on to have your back. All right, they could be a Virgo, maybe a Leo-Virgo cusp, or they just have Virgo energy in their chart. They're great planners and organizers. Sometimes they might overthink and overanalyze. We see strong air in their chart. So maybe a moon in Libra is what I'm getting, but it doesn't have to be. It could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, any placement, or they just embody this energy. This is somebody who, spends a lot of time thinking, somebody who's good at communicating. Again, I do feel like this person is going to be direct and honest with you. I don't see, they may hold back a little bit at first because you're holding back or as they gather information. But I feel like this is somebody here, Capricorn, who, who's not afraid to speak up, not afraid to take a risk, not afraid to pursue you. Again, I get that they're very confident. We see the wealthy card coming through here. So this is somebody who has a lot to offer. They've worked hard to achieve their success. A comfortable lifestyle is indicated with this person. So this is somebody who likes nice things, has worked hard to, have what they have, right? And to look the way they look. A lot of you, I do feel like they've got a really nice physique. So they pay attention to diet and exercise and that sort of thing. The Two of Swords here tells me that you and this person really do mirror each other in a lot of ways. So you might both have healthy habits or lead similar lifestyles. Some of you, this person has curly hair. Now, this is a really specific message. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but it will be confirmation for some of you. They could be a grandparent, or they might have a close-knit relationship with their grandparents. Maybe they were raised by their grandparents. Or maybe, you know, one of their grandparents lived with them while they were growing up or something like that. And we see impeccably dressed. Yeah, this is somebody who definitely knows how to make a splash. This is somebody who pays attention to their appearance. Again, I feel like this person always kind of looks good, looks like they're going somewhere, and they're used to getting attention because of that. We do see that they might be a bit of a hot mess, but that might just be because of you, okay? And they might sort of drop into that overthinking, that overanalysis paralysis when it comes to this connection. But you would probably never know that because they present themselves as very charming and very confident. And this is somebody that doesn't like to stay too long in their head. I do feel like they're quite action oriented here. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about them. What else do my Capricorns need to know about this person? My goodness, I was going to say Leo. All right, we see journey energy. Some of you, this person might come from a distance. They might, wherever you meet them, it might not be where they're originally from. It may be somebody here who travels for work or enjoys traveling. They might also feel like it's been quite a journey to get to you, Capricorn. All right, and we see an official person. So most likely this person has some sort of official title. They've done quite well for themselves, so they could be like a manager, they could be, you know, in a management role, they could be a CEO, they could own their own business. But it does feel like this person has some type of status here. All right, and we see false person. This person is not who you think they are. Now, I'm not getting that this person is a liar or, they're conniving or they're deceitful. But what I'm seeing here is this person is probably much more than you're anticipating, because you might think, oh, this person is just a pretty face, or this person is just like a meathead, or this person is really good looking, they must be shallow. Okay, I think they're going to really, really surprise you at their emotional depth and, and their personality, like being very layered and nuanced. Okay, so don't judge a book by its cover. All right, what else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know about this person for my Capricorns, please? Okay, we see an imperfection in their speech, so that could be a small stutter, a slur. It could also be that, they speak multiple languages, or the language they speak with you is not their first language. Okay, so they might make small pronunciation or grammar mistakes. All right, they make something valuable with their own hands. So this person is very creative, or they have their own business. They might be an awesome cook. They might, they might be a creative. They might be good at fixing things. They may have built a business from the ground up type energy. We also see that this person has been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. That Five of Cups energy tells me that that's the case. I mean, this could be in another relationship. It could also be some sort of betrayal by a family member or a friend. They're going to be completely open and honest with you about that. Okay, like this is somebody who's not going to mince their words. They're not going to, they're not going to BS you is what I'm getting. And they may have a personal pride for their collectibles. So this could be shoes, this could be makeup, this could be tools, this could be things they've picked up on their travels. This could be something that, things that bring them luck. It could be antiques, you name it. And at the bottom of the deck here, we do see communicating their feelings comes easy for them. Yeah, and I feel like that's the most refreshing part here, Capricorn, is that this person is just going to be very open, very honest, direct. It's like what you see is what you get. But I kind of feel like your first impression of this person is that, I don't know, they must be shallow, or, maybe they're superficial or something like that. But I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Now, this person is viewing you as the Ace of Pentacles. So right off the bat, Capricorn, this person is seeing something solid, something stable, something secure here. All right, and we see the Knight of Wands. They see you as passionate. Again, I do feel like you both are like creative, or you both love to travel, or you're both passionate about the same types of things, which could be your health and your wellness. It could be your family. It could be for the outdoors. But this person also sees you as somebody who's very loyal. They see you as somebody they'll get along with very well. Okay. You know, no matter what you're doing, I feel like you're going to have a good time. I kind of feel like this is the energy of the couple that plays together, stays together. All right. And we see the King of Cups. This person sees you as very loving. They see you as very creative. But you also don't wear your heart on your sleeve here, Capricorn. But I feel like this person's okay with that, because I do think that they're highly intuitive. And I feel like, yeah, this person loves that you're also very creative and loving and nurturing. See, I knew I was getting Leo energy coming through with that Queen of Wands, and now we have the Strength card. So I do feel like my Capricorns, you know, that this is, you're going to be feeling like this is it. Like you're going to, with more time spent with this person, the more you see that you two kind of share similar lifestyles, you're both passionate about the same things, your values are really in alignment, you always have fun together. I keep getting the couple that plays together, stays together coming through. That even if you two are very different, you're just, you know, you're going to be feeling it. You're going to love this person hard. You're going to love this person deep. You're going to feel dedicated. You're going to feel passionate here about this person. Wow, really beautiful energy. And I feel like they're awakening something in my Capricorns that maybe nobody else ever has, or hasn't in a really long time, right? That beast within, you know, but in the best possible way. So let's go ahead and see what else they really admire about you. We see Midas and Miser. So they love the way that you manage your money, all right, or your relationship with money. So they see you as entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, and that you delight in sharing life's riches. So again, I feel like you two are going to have a very comfortable lifestyle together. I feel like, you know, it's going to be mutual. It's going to be symbiotic. But they also, you know, they might also be an entrepreneur, or they love your entrepreneurial creative energy. And we see Damsel. This person sees you as understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspiring you to rely on yourself. So again, this person sees that this is a healthy, different caliber type relationship, one that really they've been looking for. And they love that you're coming through as the Judge archetype, Capricorn, that you balance justice and compassion. You're managing the fair distribution of power. So they see you as intelligent. They see you as somebody who's empathetic. They see you as somebody who's fair and just and compassionate. But you can also put yourself in others' shoes, and you're not necessarily ego-driven. Like you're somebody that wants to do what's best for everyone involved without, you know, completely abandoning yourself here. So the relationship we see is the Six of Wands. This is marriage. This is victory. This is resilience. Okay, so this is the couple, again, that can kind of get through anything together. And we see that truth as foundation. This connection remains anchored in honesty. Yeah, and raw, unabashed, I don't know if that's the pronunciation there, but raw, unabashed honesty. And we see that this person communicates clearly even when it's difficult, even if it's something that maybe you don't want to hear. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's like they don't keep secrets. So what you see is what you get. And I feel like Capricorns generally, you also really appreciate directness and honesty, not mincing your words or not, you know, keeping secrets. And we see this meeting happens because you listen to a quiet inner prompting. Alignment responds to intuition rather than logic. Ooh, interesting. So this meeting might actually happen because you're called to like take a different way to work, or you're called to go somewhere you never go, or like switch something up and you don't really know why it is, or maybe there's a party that you're invited to that you don't really want to go to, but then something's like, you know what, just go, you should go, and boom, you meet this person. All right, beautiful energy there. And we see reciprocity matters. And I did get that there's symbiosis here within this connection. This connection thrives when giving and receiving are balanced and mutual effort becomes part of the alignment. So you're both working hard towards this. You both want this. You both recognize balance and reciprocity. And it's like on one day, if you can only give 40, this person absolutely will step up and give 60. And if one day they can only give 30, you step up and give 70%, right? So I love that. And we see that this connection evolves alongside clarity. Yeah, beautiful. All right, Capricorns, let's see if there's anything else that you may need to know here. Anything else my Capricorns may need to know about this person or this connection? Anything else my Capricorns need to know about this person or this connection? It's a psychic connection. Yeah, I do get that. You two your communication goes beyond mere words. Like a glance will speak 1,000 words, especially once you two are together. I was seeing that here with the Strength card. You two are just so connected. All right, I love that. All right, we see marriage. So Spirit's confirming we are in the right reading. Wedding bells are ringing. Okay, we see third party. You may be dealing with a karmic situation. Now that I don't really get that anywhere else in this reading, but some of you, maybe you're dating somebody else. Maybe they are. Maybe they're healing from another connection. Maybe you are. But once you two come together, it's, game over. I don't think anybody else stands a chance. And we do get, don't judge a book by its cover. Too much focus on visible trapping. So interesting, Capricorn, because that came out earlier. I think this person, who they really truly are, is going to surprise you. I think they're very good looking, very attractive, and you might just assume they have an ego because of that, or they're superficial, or they're not your type. Not to say that your type is unattractive, but you know what I mean? You just might be like, yeah, this person's not, they're too anchored in the 3D, or, whatever. They're superficial, or they're probably dumb. All right, but you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Okay, so we see that this is going to be unfolding for you, or you'll be meeting this person, Capricorn, within the next 3 months. Okay, and we see trust in divine timing. Okay, so it's going to be different for all of you. And we see December. So some of you, you're December Capricorns. For others of you, December is just going to resonate with this connection in some way, or be important to this connection in some way, shape, or form. All right, my lovely Capricorns, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.